Hey, it's Mark, maakudesuyo, and I'm really excited today because I'm gonna show you guys what I just got in the mail. Took a little while, probably because of this COVID-19 thing that's going around, but I finally got this. Whoop, whoop. Yep, it is the new Graphite Creator Award. Now, if you guys check out the creator awards that are in YouTube's page. They have the 100,000, which is the silver award, and then for 1 million subscribers, that's a gold award, and then there's a 10 million, which is diamond, and then there's there's a 50 million one that's a custom one that T Series and PewDiePie received. And there's a 100 million one that is also custom that they're calling the Ruby Award, I think. I'm not really sure, I can't remember. But a lot of people were kind of lamenting the fact that there's no Graphite Award, or basically for people who hit 100 subs or like people who hit 1,000 subs, something like that. Like, why aren't there any for small creators? Well, if you think about it, it's kind of like costly, and I used to think that they send it out for free, but actually you have to kind of like purchase the award. But the cool thing is now YouTube is offering, if you actually go on their website, you can check out that you can now, if you have 100 subs, you have the option to purchase this new Graphite Award. Look at this, super awesome. It's just like the plaque for silver and gold, but I think this one looks cooler because it has kind of this graphite color, and it has kind of like this graphite, kind of like this silver engraving thing of YouTube. So it's presented to maakudesuyo for passing 100 subscribers. All you need is 100 subs to get this thing. It's not that expensive. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. The only thing is, this is an April Fool's joke. I mean, what did you guys expect? 100 subs, like, I'm not gonna offer that. Like, that's too much resources. Like, how many people hit 100 subs every single day on YouTube right now? But this was actually just kind of a random idea that I got one day. This was months ago. But I was just like, there's no like awards for small creators. I think it'd be cool to just like kind of make one for myself. There's actually several channels that have made their own, but I wanted to take my own spin and just kind of as a challenge, just because I like creating things with my hands. And this is actually, as you can see, boom, it's absolutely fake. It is a couple of particle boards, right, sandwiched together, and inside is corrugate. So actually, if you zoom in, this is corrugate, so cardboard. And I actually, this was just kind of like a random plan because I have a bunch of cardboard at home, and I was like, I like the look of the wavy cardboard, and I just wanted to see what it would look like if it was piled on top of each other. And you know what it kind of looks like? It kind of looks like a TV's like the grainy look, or like that psh, psh, you know what I mean? The like back then when you can find looking for the channels. Yeah. And then this is like a black sheet, black construction paper that I just glued over the particle board. So actually here you can't. This was a sheet that I glued onto, so you can't see this, but I didn't glue this part so you could see how it was made. And then the sides, the top here. So actually from afar, it's kind of hard to notice. I'm pretty satisfied with this. I mean, it took a few days, but it was fun to make. And then just look. If you zoom in, like look at how this is handwritten. Okay, check out. I really screwed up the 100 there. But basically I printed out kind of a copy of the plaque, and then I just kind of traced it and then did it by hand. My sister has a silver Sharpie, shiny silver, whatever this is. So I use that, but it's really hard to control and to make really fine lines. And then if you look at the cuts here, it's really jagged all over. Yep. So it really represents my YouTube career as of right now. It's as worthless as this is, but also as potentially useful and hopefully creative as this is. And just like the jagged corners here, my upload schedule is also jagged and inconsistent, but nevertheless, from afar, it looks good, just like my videos. There's an actual moral to this video. It's not just an April Fool's thing. And I hope you guys can hear me out all the way through this video, because I tend to ramble. And even though I had written a script, I am no longer following it since 5 seconds when it started. See, for a lot of people who start YouTube, their goal is something like 1 million subs. For some, it's 100,000 subs. And for some, it's 10 million. And then at a certain point, then you start thinking, then, hey, why not 100 million? And for some, they maybe want to have the most subs. And for some people who are, I think, a little bit more practical, they're not caring so much about the subs. They're caring about the amount of money they can earn. Because what a lot of people don't know is that subs don't equate to money earned. 1 million subs doesn't mean you're a millionaire in dollars. And early on, and even now, I chase the sub count. But that's simply because I want to get monetized, because it is undeniable that having a certain amount of sub count means you have more leverage. If you have 100 subs, can you go to a company and say, hey, I want to represent your company? They're just going to laugh at you, especially if it's a big company. But if you have 10 million subs and you approach a company, they will just, okay, sure, definitely. Today's actually the anniversary of the Eat Log series, the Eat and Travel vlog series that I started on April 1st, 2019. It's been a great journey, and I'm only going to continue it. The Eat Log series was kind of when I really buckled down and thought, I want to really upload consistently in my channel. And those were two things that I loved, is food and travel. So, Eat Log. Since then, I have made 55 Eat Log videos up until today. And I can really have imagined that, because that's like it's about like a video per week. And when I started it, I was already making videos weekly for another channel. And then I was making this video once a week. And then at a certain point, I bumped it up to 2 Eat Log videos per week. So I did this, 3 videos, and I even tried to do another video series. I was making 2 to 4 videos a week while working full-time. Working full-time anywhere from 40 to like 60 hours a week. And it's been really tiring. I work for Amazon. You guys know what Amazon is, hopefully. I work in one of the fulfillment centers. During peak season, which is about November, December, it's crazy. 60 hours a week, you are extremely tired, pushed to the limits. I had a really hard time making any video at all. So if I haven't contacted you in months, I'm so sorry. It was so tiring that it kind of caused a little bit of anxiety. Kind of like, I don't want to make a crappy video. And not even just that, it's just like, I was so tired that I just wanted to sleep so I can make videos. So I kind of postponed it, and then January came along and I kind of just wanted to rest. I uploaded a couple of videos, and then February I was traveling, and then March came around and this COVID-19 came, and right now I'm working the same hours as peak, about 60 hours a week, so that I can help supply you guys with your water and toilet paper. That's the work that I do right now. And so it's been very hard to edit and make videos. And so about success, getting back, because I keep on getting distracted, I think a lot of creators, they seek some sort of count, some sort of metric, some sort of measure for their success. And, something like an award like this, a real version of this, 100,000 subs, 1 million subs, 10 million subs, a certain amount of money earned, those are all goals that you can set to measure your success. But I think at the end of the day, you are the only one who can define your own success. Hopefully, no one else has said this before. Probably somebody did in some sort of fashion. But what I mean to say is, in this 1 year of Eat Logs, I made 55 videos and gained like 100 something subscribers. It doesn't sound amazing. And even I am kind of disappointed because I had hoped to hit at least 1,000 subs by now to be monetized. And because of this, I start comparing myself to other people who hit 100,000 subs in just a couple of months, or some who even hit 1,000,000 subs in just a month. That's crazy, right? But again, you're the only one who can define your own success. So, thinking on what I've achieved, I have succeeded. 55 videos in 1 year, that's a lot more than what others create in a year. So that's something to consider for myself. I've made 55 videos. I like to think that with each one I have improved and I've learned something new with editing and all of that, and I'm still an absolute noob when it comes to editing and filming. But every single time I learned something. And also, I've traveled to a lot of countries just for the Eat Log series. That is a type of success in its own. And so that is really what this represents, is that I recognize my own success. I think it's important that we try not to seek acknowledgement from others and instead focus on look at what you have done and evaluate. Are you proud of what you've made? Don't think of what others are saying. Just look at what you've created. Are you satisfied? If you're not satisfied, make something better. If you haven't made enough, make more. And I'm not satisfied. I'm satisfied a little bit. And I think that's important for me to build my confidence so I can start back up and make even more content. But at the same time, I have to be disappointed so I can be motivated to create more content so that I can be pushing myself to the limits to create more content, increase the quality, increase consistency. And with that being said, I have actually started my own Patreon, and the link will be in the description below. So please consider supporting. I know I don't make the most amazing videos yet, but if you would like to support me, I would absolutely appreciate it. If you don't have the monetary, financial capability to do this, that's alright. You can just share the Patreon page or just ask somebody to subscribe to my YouTube channel because that helps a lot. Also, thank you so much for watching all the way through to this point because, again, I ramble a lot. Again, not just for YouTube, but for everything in general, you're the one who can define your own success. Just keep doing what you love and everything else will follow. Okay, bye now. Boop.